Hello, my name is Jim, and our company is Vantage Property Management. Owners are constantly calling us or emailing us to say, well, what exactly is property management, what do you do, and what's it cost? Well, this is kind of a brief rundown, or at least the way we operate here at Vantage Property Management. We believe that the owner should have their choice as to what level of management and services they want. So we have basically three options our owners can choose from. Option A, very simply, is for the owner who's really the roll-up-the-sleeves type that wants to do their own advertising, their own showings, meet the tenant, but yet needs some help when it comes time to tenant screening, lease writing, things like that. So very simply with option A, you do your advertising, do your showing. When you got a tenant who says they're interested, step back for a little bit, let them come into our office, at which time we'll do a full credit report, a nationwide criminal background check, civil background check, sexual offender, and then we'll report to you as to our findings, kind of get you off the hook, let us kind of be the interrogators on this sort of thing. And then upon your approval, we'll go ahead, create the lease and execute it in your behalf, collect the security deposit, the first month's rent, and then turn it all over to you for your continued management. Option B is for the owner that's maybe done that once or twice and really doesn't feel like doing all the advertising and putting it on Trillium and Zillow and the various places that are available to the owners. So very simply, option B, we'll handle all of the advertising, all of the showings. It'll be a full multiple list arrangement, so not only will Vantage be showing your property, but every real estate agent in the area will be also cooperating in the showing of the property. And then of course the same thing, once the property has been shown to a potential tenant by one of our agents or one of the literally thousands of agents out there, we bring them into our office for the same credit criminal background check, and then upon your approval we would go ahead and execute the lease, or upon your disapproval we would disqualify them. Option C is pretty much where we do it all, and most of the time an owner that's tried A and B and said, you know what, let's leave the whole thing to the professionals. So option C, very simply, is we handle it from beginning to end. All of the advertising, all of the showings, all of the screenings, all of the approvals, the lease writing, all the paperwork, collecting the security deposit, getting a license if you're in an area that requires a license, and then the ongoing management, which starts with a very detailed inspection, routine 120-day inspections throughout the course of the lease with written information to you, not only on how the tenant's doing, but how's the property doing. Is there something that needs attention, and reporting to you, that sort of thing. The minor repairs, we'll go ahead, make sure they're taken care of, keep you apprised on a monthly basis if we spent any of your money. Anything big that would come up, of course, we would contact you immediately to discuss with you as to how you want us to go forward. Qualified maintenance personnel. Right now we manage about 320 homes right here in the local area, and the reason I mention that is with that much property and as many years as we've been doing it, we've developed a wonderful staff of independent contractors, from simple handymen right up through plumbers, heating, air conditioning, painters, etc. Important thing to know about us is we, as your manager, don't make any money. We never profit on any maintenance or repairs. If we have to hire someone to do something, and let's say it costs $75, that's your cost. There's no markup from us or add-on or that sort of thing. But the main thing is you don't get the call at 8 o'clock at night from the tenant saying the commode in the hall bath isn't flushing and I need somebody out here immediately, that sort of thing. As I mentioned earlier, almost all jurisdictions in the area now require some sort of licensing for rental properties. Naturally, we'll take care of all of that, make sure that you conform with the requirements of the municipality that you're in. Let's talk about rent collection for just a minute. We could spend a whole seminar on this, but just to touch on it, rents are due on the 1st. The tenants have numerous ways they can pay, electronically, in person, payroll allotments, things like that. But they got to pay in 5 days because we're going to get your money to you on day 8th, and we need a little bit of processing time. So the tenant has 5 days. If they don't pay, we're pretty serious about what happens next. It actually starts a collection proceeding, which ultimately would end in an eviction, but I must say we easily go years at a time without having to evict anyone. And this goes back to the good pre-screening that we talked about up front, and then quick, efficient collection if it comes to that. Don't want to go too long on this, so I just want to wrap up by saying a couple of things. One is just the bookkeeping that we do is almost worth the entire value of our modest monthly management fee, because you're going to get detailed monthly statements, you're going to get year-end statements for your tax filing purposes with everything you need for all your deductions that you'll be able to claim. Two other quick last things is, if you're going to hire a management company, hire someone that's local and that is licensed. I find it amazing the people that come to us with, say, a property in Anne Arundel County, and they've just had it managed by, say, a company in Chevy Chase or Northern Virginia. It amazes me. Hire someone locally because they can obviously better do the job. We have a self-imposed limit on our properties. We only manage properties within 25 miles of our location, which basically is Anne Arundel County, Howard County, Bowie, Laurel, places like that. And lastly, hire a manager that's licensed. Maryland has a little quirk where someone can actually be a professional property manager without the proper real estate licensing and jurisdiction of the Maryland Real Estate Commission. Don't go that route. There's plenty of good property management companies that are licensed, so you want to ask that question. Are you licensed by the Maryland Real Estate Commission? Because if all of a sudden things kind of go south, you do have the Maryland Real Estate Commission there to fall back on, and they may be able to help you. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free, though, to please call us here at Vantage Property Management.